Where the heck is all your money going, guys? Where is it? Where is it? You're out here working your butt off, and at the end of the month, you don't know where the heck did all your money go. Okay. In this video, I want to talk to you guys about something called a zero balance budget. Okay. This is how you start keeping track of what the hell is going on with your money. Where the hell is everything going? Where did it go? So you don't need to be asking these kind of questions. If you're asking like, where did all my money go, then you don't have a zero balance budget. Okay. This is just one of the tools in your toolbox, guys. This is yet another tool I'm offering you guys that you guys need to be aware of. Okay. Some of you guys out there are aware of this, low key keeping it to yourself, while you're and letting your friends out here struggle, just ad hoc, just winging it, and then being confused at the end of the month where you're not knowing what's going on. Okay. This is for the people out there who have never been told this. Nobody took the time to explain this to them, that this is an actual tool that they can use. They have no idea what it is. It's for the younger me, per se. Back when I was, I've been using this tool for decades, for like many years. And it's helped me stay organized. It's helped, pay off homes and do all kinds of stuff when you actually implement this properly and do all kinds of stuff, because now you actually have full control. It's a tool that allows you to have control over your finances. You have to control your money. You don't let your money control you like a mindless monkey out here not knowing what the hell's going on, dude. You have to understand your finances. You have to control your time. You have to and my other videos I talk about controlling your attention, controlling your time. In this video, it's going to be about controlling your money, and the zero balance budget is one of those approaches. You have all these apps out here talking about pay a subscription of blah blah blah, and we'll help you understand where your money's coming in and out, like Rocket Money or whatever, right? You don't need these tools, guys. You don't need to waste time paying for all these extra subscriptions for these tools. Not only that, but in one of my other videos, I talk about how all these apps are trying to take your data for free, right? And if you're a privacy oriented person, if you download these apps, these Rocket Money apps or whatever, there's a bunch of them out there. What you got to do is you got to connect all your credit union and Capital Ones and all your credit cards and bank accounts and everything. You got to connect it to these apps so that you give them full control, so they could see your transactions. And that's when they start to see how much money you're making and how much money's leaving and how much money's going and all this kind of stuff. We're a little bit more old school like that. We don't like to depend on, the people out here who want more control over their situation. They don't need other companies and stuff prying into their privacy and all this kind of stuff. There's a way you can do it using an Excel sheet. I am going to create another video for you guys breaking down exactly how to do this, so you guys don't have to waste money on subscriptions, dude. All you need is an Excel sheet. Money coming in, money going out. But I'll do it nice and clean for you guys, so you guys can have it. And hey, if you guys reach out, I might even just give you guys access to give you guys that tool. But I'm going to give you that knowledge. But in this video, let's not digress. I'm going to talk to you guys about why this is important. Okay, why you're broke every month, and how a zero balance budget sheet fixes it, guys. Okay. So if you've ever wondered why your bank account never grows, or even if you've wondered when you make more, where's all your money going? You're making all this money, but where the hell is it going? You don't even know. You're broke at the end of the month. Okay. You're not alone, guys. Okay. Most people don't have an income problem. Most people don't have an income problem. There's a lot of people out there who are making a lot of money, but they're like, where's all my money going? There's videos out there of people making like, multiple six figures and all this kind of stuff, right? And in a lot of places in the U.S., if you're making multiple six figures, you're not going to have a lot of, or at least you shouldn't have a lot of problems trying to make ends meet and all this kind of stuff. But even those people making six figures out here wondering where the hell did all my money go and I can't make it and all this kind of stuff. Even these higher figure earners, Henrys or whatever you want to call them, right? High income, but not rich yet. I guess that's the acronym for this Henry thing. Yeah, there's people out here struggling, guys. There's even high income earners who don't even know about this tool. So I'm giving you some good value here. I hope you guys realize this, pay attention, try to understand and wrap your head around in this video what this is and why this is important. Okay, you're not alone here. Okay, if you're struggling like that, you have a control problem, and it all comes down to one thing in this case. You're not telling your money where to go. You're not telling your money where to go. You're not. And that's what a zero balance budget fixes. Okay? What is a zero balance budget sheet in simple terms, okay? A zero balance budget means every single dollar you earn has a job before you spend it. Every single dollar you earn has a job before you spend it. Okay? Your rent, your savings, your debt, your food, your investments, your giving, every dollar is assigned ahead of time, essentially. Okay? When you're done budgeting, your total income minus your total expenses equals zero. And that's why it's called a zero balance budget, because you know exactly how much money is coming into your bank account, into yourself from outside of the world, and then you're also understanding where all your money's going ahead of time. What does that do? Does that solve the problem of where the hell all my money's going? Yes, it does. Because now you know where the hell all your money is going. You budgeted it correctly. Budgeting, guys. And it's called a zero balance because you've accounted for every single penny, every single dollar. So it doesn't mean you're broke here, guys. It means your money finally has a plan. Get organized, guys. Makes a big difference here. You got to get organized. You have to get organized. Okay? Here's an example. If you make $5,000 a month, you might put $2,000 towards rent, $500 towards saving, $500 towards debt payoff, $1,000 for food and utilities, and $500 for fun or giving. Okay? And that totals exactly $5,000. That means there's zero left over to be assigned. You don't know where the rest of it is. So that means you're a boss. That means you're the boss of your money, not your emotions. You are the boss of your money, not your emotions. You planned it all out. Every month when I get money, it's this amount is going here, this amount is going here, this amount is going here, this amount is going here. And if you want to have some fun money, you budget for that too. This amount of money every month is specifically for fun money. And that becomes part of your zero balance budget. Right, guys? The point is you need to understand, you need to have control. You should not be asking, where did all my money go at the end of the month? Okay? Why does this method work? Okay, when you don't give your dollars a job, they find one on their own, guys. Usually at Amazon or DoorDash or Netflix or some other goofy expense or subscription, or whatever, It shifts, a zero balance budget forces discipline, guys. It shifts you from reactive spending to intentional decision making. Intentional decision making. It builds financial awareness. This is very important for you to build financial awareness of your financial situation, to understand where you're at. This helps solve a lot of problems, guys. You see clearly what's going out and why. It also reduces stress. Stress sometimes comes from the unknown. Like, what am I going to do? What's going to happen? Well, that's gone too. You don't need to be confused what's going to happen. You have everything budgeted. Everything's planned. You no longer wonder, can I afford this? Or you already know if you can afford this. It answers so many questions, guys. Doing this. If you don't have this, like you got these. This is a fundamental, foundational starting point of your finances. Forget about the how do I make more money and how do I where the hell this and all this kind of stuff. If you don't have this set up where you're keeping track of this, a zero balance budget sheet, we can't have other conversations, guys. You guys have to get this going. I will drop another video that'll show you guys how to do this. Okay. So how to build it, essentially. These are a few ways of how you might be able to build it, practical steps, okay? Write down your real monthly income after tax, okay? If you want to do it on a piece of paper real quick, write down your real monthly income. List every category you spend on: your bills, your groceries, your subscriptions, your debt, your savings, your investments. Allocate every dollar until the total equals zero. Track actual spending weekly to make adjustments, and repeat monthly, and it gets faster over time. Okay? And I wrote down some notes here so that I can be organized and concise. Here's a pro tip, okay? Start small. Even a simple Google Sheet, and if you're super lazy and you want to pay for the subscriptions, which you honestly, guys, you don't need to do this, dude. You need to create this yourself. If you ask me, there are apps out there that help you. You download the app, you pay for the monthly subscription, and then you got to connect all your bank accounts and whatever to the app so that it can automatically do all that stuff and things for you. If you're lazy, I'm not an advocate of that stuff. You guys just have full control over it in an Excel sheet. But this is what you got to start. You got to start this, guys. The goal isn't perfection; it's control. You got to start having control over your money. Okay. Here's the deeper why. Here's another deeper why you need to do this. Okay. Control equals freedom. Control equals freedom. Okay. You could argue that control equals freedom here. Here's the truth. You can't build wealth until you manage what you already have. You cannot build wealth until you properly manage what you already have. You guys need to create a zero balance budget sheet. Okay? You can't 10x what you can't track. If you were like a bookkeeper or something, or somebody responsible, or if you were the employee of a business and your responsibility was to make sure that the business's finances were taken care of, you sit your butt down for 8 hours a day and whatever, and you track that, you get it organized, and you get the reports out, whatever, to your company. Well, you are your own company here, okay? Why aren't you putting that same level of organization and effort into your stuff, into your life? Instead, you're putting all that organization and stuff into working for someone else, but you don't have something set up for your life and for to handle your own internal business of your life. Get this going, guys. You guys need to have this going. Most people want to invest. Most people want to buy real estate. Most people want to start businesses, but they're still leaking money every month. Okay? When you guys create this on your own, you guys have to go into your bank statements. You guys have to go into your credit card statements. You guys have to understand what all your subscriptions are. You got to take all that into account, because guess what happens? You're probably out here paying for a couple $100, leaking, bleeding money, $100, couple $100 a month for some subscriptions that you started paying for 10 years ago that you've never used. And then you're wondering what the hell's happening, because you're bleeding out all this stuff that you signed up for that you forgot about, and now all these people out here making money off of you because leeching off of you because you forgot to cancel the subscription, all this kind of stuff. Get into your bank statements, guys. What a zero balance budget sheet does, it forces you to get into your bank statements, get into your credits, and your different financial accounts and institutions, whatever you got going on, and start accounting for everything in this zero balance budget sheet. You need to take control. You have to take control of your money, guys. Okay? You got to sit down on a weekend or something and just go to town on it like a Terminator. Just write everything down, and I'll get this going for you guys. I'll actually do this with you guys, so you guys can in a separate video. I will create one for you guys. Stay tuned for that. Okay. So if you want to invest, you want to do all this kind of stuff, but you're leaking, money every month, a zero balance budget sheet is your foundation here, guys. I gotta emphasize this. It's how you stop being surprised by your own finances. Out here surprised by your own finances. I don't need after I drop this video, I do not want to hear you guys talking about where the heck is all my money going? Where the heck? What's happening? I don't know. Why am I so broke out here? I don't know what's going on. What are you talking about? You don't know what's happening with your money? You don't know where the hell your money is going and where it's coming from? how much money you know how much money you're making, but you don't know where the hell all your money is going after. What are you talking about? That's insane to me. Out here, confused about where all your money is going. What do you mean? What, you don't know where all your money is going, guys? Guys, utilize this tool. Don't. If you tell me that you don't know where all your money is going, what that tells me a lot of that would tell me a lot. That might tell me a lot about you. You have no control over your money. You're not taking your finances seriously. You're out here talking about, I want to be an entrepreneur and I want to be this and I want to be that, but you don't have control over what you already have. What makes you think you're going to have control over if you start making millions? What makes you think you're going to have control over that? You can't control your basic, restaurant, Starbucks money, but you think you're going to control when you win the lottery, you're going to control all that money coming in? Get real, guys. These are the skills and the things and the things that you guys got to build right now. If you guys, I don't want to hear you talking about, you should not be saying stuff like, I don't know where my money's, where all my money's going. Zero balance budget sheet, guys. Here's some additional, control equals clarity. Clarity equals confidence. Confidence equals freedom, okay? Real world examples. Millionaires use this system too, guys. This is not something just for like peasants and low income or whatever. Everybody, even the especially the multimillionaires and decamillionaires, they gotta understand exactly where all that money is going and coming and going. A lot of more millionaires than broke people use this kind of stuff. Use these kind of tools. I'm handing you tools that higher net worth individuals are utilizing. This is one of their tools. They're not disorganized. They know exactly what's going on and where their money is coming in from and where it's going. They have to, right? In order to be able to do things and make those bigger moves out there. So this is one of those tools you really need to start implementing in your life, guys. Millionaires use this tool too, not because they're broke, but because they understand control. Okay? A business owner earning $100,000 a month still uses zero based cash flow to allocate profits, to handle their taxes properly, to do the payroll, to pay their employees, to reinvest the money back into the business and back into their other stuff. They got to control. They got to have control over all that stuff. You ever heard a business owner talking about, I don't know where all the business's money is? The business would collapse if they didn't have control over that kind of stuff, right? And there's also, there's examples of couples out there making $6,000 a month who finally ended up using this method, and they paid off $40,000 in debt in under 2 years because they were able to understand their finances and allocate money towards the debt properly instead of out here acting all confused and cross-eyed, wondering where the hell all the money went at the end of the month, guys. I've personally seen people go from panic to peace. Okay, just by knowing exactly where every dollar goes. This can offer you peace in your life. You don't need to be out here all anxious and shivering like some kind of whatever, shivering in the corner, all in the fetal position, wondering what the hell's going to happen, in the next couple of days or next week, month or whatever. It offers you peace. I've seen it. I've seen this. I've seen people go from panic to peace just by knowing exactly where every dollar goes. Zero balance budget sheet, guys. It's one of the foundational things that you just need to do it. You just need to do it, okay? So in closing, money without direction disappears. Money with a plan multiplies. You can't out-earn poor money habits, guys. But you can build wealth when you start acting like the CFO, the chief financial officer of your own life. A zero balance budget isn't restriction, it's command. Every dollar serves a purpose. Every month moves you closer to freedom, guys. So I wanted to share this tool with you. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a perspective that maybe there's some of you out there who were never told about this, a zero balance budget sheet. And I wanted to make this video so that I can kind of make this something that you're aware of, that this kind of a tool this tool of organizing your money, understanding where it's coming from and where everything's going, taking inventory of everything, um, is very important in your life. You need to understand these things. And these are the reasons why. And it is a tool out there. It's called the Zero Balance Budget Sheet. Look it up, learn about it, um, and implement it, guys. Don't just stop at just learning about it and like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know that existed. Get your ass in the get thing and make one for yourself. Get it, sit down and get it created. Okay. Whether it's on a piece of paper or ideally you want to do it in an Excel sheet. And there's also apps out there which I don't recommend because you're giving up your privacy. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Um, Share this with others. Just because you know about this and you've implemented it, doesn't mean there's people out there who don't need this information, guys. The world's bigger than just you. There's people out there who need this information. So share this with them, so that they're not sitting in in their little corner of their world, all cross-eyed and confused. Where the heck did all my money go? Okay, like the video, you know, comment. Let me know what you think. If you guys like this, I'll share some more tools that can actually help you guys get your stuff organized in whatever situation you guys got going on. These are foundational things that you guys got to have. By the way, guys, I went ahead and created a how-to video of how exactly you create the zero balance budget sheet. It is how I use the zero balance budget sheet. I went ahead and did one for you guys, so you guys can go ahead and check that out. Right here is a tutorial on how I use a zero balance budget sheet to finally stop wondering where the hell all my money went. So go ahead and check that out, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.